This is number 11 on page 251, word problem. This problem involves a club that's trying to raise money, and there are a couple of things going on here. They start with a number of people, and then that number of people increases. And if that number of people in the club increases, then the rate goes down. But regardless, here's the principle, that how much they raise is a function of the rate per person times the number of people in the club. But in this case, they have said we're going to raise $1,200. Okay, so how do we go about this? Well, first, as I've asked you guys all to do, is define the variable. And in this case, we can say that the variable is the number of original members, which is x. Therefore, x plus 8, which is given to us, is the number of total with new members. Now, how are we going to raise this money? Well, this money, again, will be a function of, and I'm choosing that word specifically, is a function of how many people and cost, and that's going to equal $1,200. So what is the rate per person with this newly expanded number of people? Well, it's $1,200 divided by x, which is the original number, would give you, look, if they just had the original number, that's how much it's going to cost per person. But we've got an expanded number, so that's going to decrease by $7.50 per person. If you're part of the club, you're psyched, right? So now you're paying $7.50 less. We multiply that times the total number of people playing, which is now x plus 8. Now all of this goes into raising $1,200. That's our equation. Okay, so we have done what we've asked here. What I've asked of you guys is define the variable. Here's the equation. Now let's solve the equation. So I'm going to grab another clear sheet here so I can do the algebra with you. Hang on. Here's our equation. And so both of these here is the same thing. Well, it is a quadratic. So we're going to need to do some foiling here, here, and then here, and here. And yes, this is a longer problem, but that's what we've been working on. So when I do that, I'm going to get, in this first step, 1,200 minus 7.5x plus 9,600, so 96, over x minus 60 is equal to 1,200. Okay, let's look at this. 1,200s will subtract on both sides, and if I combine and move some things around, I'm left with 9,600 over x minus 7.50 x is equal to, that's x, is equal to 60. Shuffle stuff around, get everything on both sides, get rid of the x denominator, and we'll be left with 9,600 is equal to 7.50. By the way, I'm sorry, this is x squared when we get rid of x. X squared plus 60x that becomes 0 is equal to 7.50 x squared plus 60x minus 9600. If I grind this down even further, I can factor this to x plus and x minus. Okay, so we need to do a factor tree over here. And I'm going to go through this quickly because you should know how to do this. This is 1280. Factor by 2's, this is 2 times 640. That is 2 times 320 times. That is 2 times 160. That is 2 times 80. That is 2 times 40, so forth. What I end up getting is 2 to the 8th times 5. And if I do the hard work here, I'll find that the two factors are 32 times 40. Okay, so we get, in order to get a positive number here, oh, by the way, I didn't give you the simplified version here. This is x squared. If I divide everything by 7.5, I'm sorry guys, this is x squared plus 8x minus 1280, and 1280 is, that's how I got this up here. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so we need two factors that end up with 1280 and add up to positive 8, and that is 40 and 32. So with the principle of zero product, that means that x plus 40 is equal to 0, or x minus 32 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 32, which is the original number of members, which we defined, and we add 8. So the new number is 40.